Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a quick video today just to show you guys my newest purchase. So I found these on sale on Amazon this week, and I think this brand Arteza, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, often has these kind of 10% off sales going on. I've seen it a couple times, and I've been thinking about getting this product for a while, but just hadn't convinced myself, to try it yet. But when I saw it this week, I think it was about $38 for 60 colors, and there was also a 24 color set, which I think was about $19. I just went with the bigger set because I wanted to try it. Yeah, so I finally convinced myself that, to try it, and I got it this week. So I just wanted to show everybody, kind of what it looks like, what the packaging's like, do a little bit of an unboxing, even though I've already played around with these a little bit, and then show you the swatch sheet that I made, so you can take a look and see the colors that are available here. So it comes in this pretty compact box. I mean, for 60 gouache colors, I thought the package would be bigger, but I love that it's so compact, in this small, it's like the size of my hands here. So it's easier to transport around. And it's kind of it's like a box where you can take the lid off here. So I'll do that in a second, but just thought I would show the box first. Very pretty box. I have heard that, so I got this from Amazon, and some of the edges of the packaging here were a little bit crushed. I've heard that if you get it directly from Arteza, it's it comes in better shape. But this was still, I mean, just box, I don't really care. Just a little bit like that. And it came with like a film on it, which I've taken off. And so that's a box, and then on the top here you have all the colors basically, and it tells you the light fastness of each of the colors. And just from a quick glance, most of them are pretty light fast. I would say, the highest light fastness, with a couple of exceptions, like blush pink is only 2 pluses here. And then they also tell you the pigment number, and then the transparency of each one. So that's a lot of information for kind of more, I don't know if you would call these budget gouache, but definitely not, like the highest end. But what else? So there is a join the Arteza Club and get 20% off your next purchase, little QR code here. And then I haven't tried either of these, but there's another QR code for helpful tips for gouache colors. All right, so that's the box, and let me take that off here. And this is what it looks like. Very compactly packed. And I can show you, just take those off. Oops. And all the colors are, up here on each tube. And the tubes are very cute, first of all, but they're 12 milliliter tubes, and it's very easy to take the top off here and squeeze out as much paint as you want. And like I said, so the colors are on here, and then the light fastness, which is that plus indicator, and the square is the transparency of it, and then this is the pigment number. So, and then each tube and color also has a identifying number here. As far as I know, they do not sell these open stock, unfortunately. So if you run out of a color, you can't really buy a replacement tube. You're gonna have to buy either the 24 set or the this one. I don't know, how long it'll take me to get to that point, but one thing you could do, I think, because the pigments are listed, you can get another tube of a different brand that is sold open stock, and then just try to match the pigments. So you'll get something that's pretty close to what you have. So yeah, these are the, oh yeah, so I should show you these top two, and I've kind of organized them a little bit differently, but I think these are at the bottom, but these are the pearl colors. And I believe there's maybe 10 to 12 of those. And so those are kind of, I think, the more shimmery, pearlescent colors. And then there's some metallics like gold, bronze, silver. And these colors are really pretty. I'll show you those when I show you the swatch, but I really like the pearlescent colors. And then, yeah, you get into the regular colors here. So starts with black gray, goes through the browns, lots of greens. Lots of blues, purples. Now, gouache is very new for me. I haven't actually tried it. I've tried watercolor, but I think the way you apply gouache is very different. So I'm still working on getting the right water to paint consistency. So you'll see when I show you the swatches, I think I went a little heavier on the water there. So they're not quite as opaque as you, well, some of them were very opaque. So I guess I wasn't consistent with how much water I used. But I think they're supposed to be more opaque than I made some of the swatch colors. But that's fine, because I just really need to know what kind of, what the pigment is, what the color is. I don't need the exact consistency for a swatch sheet. And then there's two whites here. I'm gonna have to look into what the difference is, because they both seem to have the same pigment. If you can see PW6 there, 6, and they're both light fast, so I'm not sure. I did not swatch the whites because they're white, but I will play around with them and try to figure out what the difference is. And then you have the box. This is a great way to store these in. So I'm probably going to just keep these in the box because I think it's so compact. But one quick tip on how I'm storing them is, so one, just make sure they're all securely in there. And then for each one, so if these are facing this way, I just put this facing this way, and that seems to even it out a bit more. If you put them all down facing the same direction, I found it like a little imbalanced, but it's not a big deal, but that's just something I'm doing. All right, so let's put them all back in here, and then I can show everyone the swatch sheet so you can get a good look at the colors. And I made the swatches fairly big so I could really get a good look. I'll put that over here. And here's the swatch sheet. This way. Usually what I do for a swatch sheet is like I'll make these squares and then put the paint swatch on there, and then write over it with my Pigma Micron archival black pen. What I realized was because that's what I did with my watercolor swatches, but with the gouache, it's a little bit more chalky, as you can see. So that makes it harder to write with this, actually. So in terms of showing up, it doesn't necessarily show up well over darker colors, but I also realized, like, about this much in, that it was easier to write with a gel pen. So I started writing with my white gel pen on anything that was, a darker color where the white would show up. Oh, and this is a double-sided swatch sheet, so I'll go over all the colors. But yeah, on this side you can see I tried to use much more white gel pen, but obviously with the really light colors the white won't show up, so then I went back to my black pen. So I might probably use a Sharpie next time, maybe that'll work a little bit better, but because it is chalky, it is not like watercolor, so it's much harder to kind of do ink and gouache as you would do watercolor and ink. So this isn't, I'm just learning about gouache and its properties right now, so this is kind of new information for me. But yeah, so starts with, you know, it's kind of pretty much in order of like from yellow to going through the different colors. And so like pale yellow and light apricot, I probably would go heavier, you know, on the consistency, more paint to less water than I did here. But I can still, I mean, this might look like white to the camera, but I can tell has a little bit of a tint there. But yeah, these are really bright colors. There are some muted, you know, like wineberry, peach, taupe. But yeah, but if you look at the violet, reds, rose, like they're pretty bright colors. Like this is almost this is a neon, basically, the peach red. And I mean, the colors look a little bit different from what, for example, in my Polychromos colored pencils, the Prussian blue does not look anything like this. The ultramarine's pretty true to ultramarine, I think. But yeah, so some of the names of the colors, I don't know if I feel like they match what they are called, but it doesn't really matter. You just look at the swatch sheet and, you know, use the color you need. But these seem to be more of the earthy colors, more greens, kind of slate blue kind of thing there, browns, and then, you know, you have black. It's a pretty dark black, which I like, and the gray has like a little bit of a, I think that's more of a cool gray, and the tan, I mean, is almost like a warm gray, you know, so you kind of have both here. And yeah, so starting here, you have kind of the pearlescent colors and the metallic colors. Again, I didn't use probably enough paint here to really show up the color, but if you can see, like, it's a shimmering. I love the pearl lavender here. Like, these three are just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to playing around with those. And yeah, and I think I haven't tried mixing. I bet I could mix maybe like the pearl white rose or some of these lighter colors with other colors to make a deeper shimmery, like pearlescent color. So that'd be fun to try out. All right, so that's the swatch. I'll put a picture of it at the end of this video so you can pause on it and take a closer look. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, share my newest purchase. So thanks for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.